The opinions expressed in this show are the views of the host and not necessarily that of WTRW, 94.3 The Talker, or the Bold Gold Media Group.
The following presentation is paid for by Century 21 Jack Ruddy Real Estate, who is solely responsible for its content. Portions transcribed.
All Century 21 real estate offices are independently owned and operated.
Good morning and welcome to the Real Estate Roundtable with Century 21 Jack Ruddy Real Estate on 94.3 FM The Talker. I'm Jackie Ruddy, broker, and with Pat Devaney, my husband, fellow realtor, and James Caceres, top producer with Century 21 Jack Ruddy Real Estate, realtor since 2021, late 2021.
Yes.
How are you?
Good.
How are
Thank
you?
you for having me here.
I'm doing well. How are you?
I'm fine, thank you.
Oh, good. Does Billy, we got to say hello to Coach Billy Griffiths again.
And Bobby and Regina.
And maybe even Eileen.
Oh, yes.
Eileen
hello.
and Jimmy, yeah. We got lots of faithful listeners.
Yes, thankfully.
Yes.
We're here every Saturday at 11 a.m., Sunday at 11:30 a.m., where we review many real estate topics. We have an exceptional real estate office with many relentless realtors who've been guiding, assisting, and advising clients in real estate matters for over 50 years.
During the week, feel free to email us with any questions you have at questions@jruddy.com. That's questions@jruddy.com. Or you can give us a call at 570-344-6724. And when you go to jruddy.com, click on the webcam tab, whether it's on the phone. You know, we look at the numbers on and most of the hits we get are from mobile devices. You know, it doesn't seem like everybody's using the laptops nearly as much as they used to. But you can access the webcam from your mobile device and see what's going on at Dunmore Corners 24/7.
And you can access our listings or search the MLS listings by going to mobilefriendlyjruddy.com, where we also have all our archive radio shows and the popular podcast apps that we feature the radio show on. So check that out. Okay, James Caceres, realtor with Century 21 Jack Ruddy Real Estate. You are a multi-million-dollar producer since 2022. You have sold over 100 units in 2.5 years.
Wow.
Yeah, you're number 37 out of 100. The National Association of Hispanic Real Estate Professionals named you number 37 out of 100 agents in the Northeast.
Wow.
You are accredited buyer representative, and that's the ABR designation from NAR. You're well on your way to receive your broker's license. And so you've come a long way in such a short time. What areas do you serve?
I serve Lackawanna, Luzerne, Pike, Wayne, Wyoming, and Monroe counties.
Great.
Really?
So
Yeah.
you go
Wow.
far and wide. And I'd also like to point out the price range. You go from
Oh, yeah.
a rental and all the way up to, I think the largest sale that you've had was over 500,000, right? So you've a very wide range and everything in between.
Everything in between. Yep.
And every different style, apartment, home rental to a multi-unit investment property, commercial, and single units residential home.
And land.
And land.
Yeah.
Okay. So you are well-versed and well-rounded in real estate, as well as a person. So you've lived in other areas and states, you've come here, and you have a lot of different interests that keep you going.
Yes.
All right, so let's break some myths today.
Okay.
Last week, we spent a lot of time on helping the listener understand how much you do during the day, course of your day, when you're doing real estate. Goes well beyond the hours of 9 to 5.
That it does.
Yeah,
Yes.
so you do a lot, right? So here's a myth. What's the first thing a buyer should do?
The first thing a buyer should do is get a pre-approval.
Absolutely.
I think that's a myth.
Really?
Yeah.
What
you
should
know
they
why?
do?
They should get their finances in order.
Oh,
Well, that's
that's
true,
right.
yeah.
'Cause that's right. Got to put in the cart before the horse.
Yeah, make sure you have good credit because that's going to affect your...
Good credit affects everything.
Yeah.
It affects your car insurance. It affects all kinds of things in your life.
That's true.
Right. So I think that getting your finance and saving. How
Right.
long does it take to save?
Right? If you need a down a deposit, doesn't it have to be in the bank for a certain amount of time?
Well, it should be your money, but if you're getting a gift from somebody, it does need to be in an account. So if your parents are going to give you a gift and suddenly $10,000 appears in the account,
Right.
the lender wants to know where that $10,000 came from.
Yeah.
So anything, if it's there for 3 months, and that's the hard thing for a lot of people, because some people get their hands on a lot of money and they go out, they go down to the casino, they see DC at the river down there in the studio, they knock on the window, right? Or they go and they go on a trip, or they, go to a mall and
Yeah.
Maybe buy a new car? No.
Well,
buy a new
then they decide they want to buy a house and they don't have the money.
But
All
you
right.
have to get your finances in order.
Yeah.
And if you're getting a gift from somebody, get it a couple of months before and let it sit in the account.
Yeah, at least 3.
At least 3 months.
Don't touch it.
Don't touch
Pretend
it.
it's not even there, right?
Right.
Okay.
A lot of people don't know that.
What would you tell a seller to do before getting their house on the market?
What would I tell the seller? That's a good question.
Clean it out.
Clean it out. They want to, let's see, make sure that there's like any repairs that need to be done, address those issues first, because all that's going to come up on the inspection anyway, or an appraisal. So yeah, if they have any cracks, any leaks, any wear and tear on the home, they want to get that taken care of before speaking with an agent and having it listed on the market.
Right. When you're going to sell your car, what do you do?
No, you detail it.
You detail it. The same thing with
Give
the
it
house.
a tune-up, yeah.
Give it a tune-up. Make it look very good. Make sure everything's working. It's the same thing with a home.
Yep, absolutely.
Buying a new home, new construction, a new build. A lot of people think that that means they'll have fewer repairs in the years ahead. Not necessarily true.
That's true. That's not necessarily true. You have situations where new homes maybe they weren't built correctly, and they come across their issues as well.
Yes, we had inspectors on, and they said even if it's a new construction, you should have it inspected.
Yeah.
To make sure,
I agree.
people say, that's an expense I don't need to pay, but you need to make sure it's done right.
That's right. You never know. It could cost you more later on.
For our listeners that are thinking about selling, what are the top features your buyers want in a home?
So I come across this a lot. A lot of buyers are looking for big bedrooms. They're looking for parking, especially a lot of clients that I get that are coming from the city, New Jersey. Parking is so scarce down there. So when they come up here, they're looking for something where they have a driveway, a garage, parking pad. That's like gold,
Yeah, it is. I grew up in Brooklyn also, and we had what was called garage envy.
Yeah.
I think you were traumatized by having
I've
to drive
overcompensated.
around. You really have.
Driving around for a half hour looking for a spot.
How many garages do you have right now? Like in
I
terms,
don't understand.
not own. How many garages do you currently use? Whether you own them or you don't.
Can I take the fifth?
No, you cannot.
Yeah.
It's like an obsession.
Oh boy.
There's
Yeah.
always another one. You can never have enough garages.
There you
Well,
go.
how important are upgrades in the kitchen and bath? I say they're very important.
Yeah,
these
they're
days.
very important.
How about square footage? Do people
Also-
want a large home or just large bedroom sizes?
I see more bedroom sizes, and people want yards also.
Yes.
Because again, in the city, you don't have that. So if they can have somewhere where the kids can play or the dog can, go out there and do their business, and then storage space. You also have people looking for more storage space because again, in the city, everything is so tight. Then for these families that have kids, they want locations with better schools, safer locations, things like that.
And so there's a myth out there that if the owner has done upgrades, that a buyer is going to pay dollar for dollar for those upgrades, and not necessarily so. The front door, any door, usually recoups 100% return on investment, but even kitchens and bathrooms, like those are the rooms that people want to see that are nicer and updated and remodeled. But in terms of a return on investment, I think it's in the 70% range. Yeah. It's not 100% return on investment. So there's myths out there that, one time I went for a listing and this person, the owner, took out a tablet and gave me 3 pages of handwritten notes of everything they did, from outlet covers to paint to area rugs, and what they spent on those items. And they expected that.
And what about roofs? If I spent $20,000 on a roof, shouldn't I get $20,000 more?
Yeah.
Doesn't
Wrong
work.
answer.
Yeah, it doesn't.
Wrong answer.
No, it doesn't.
Same thing with furnaces, water heaters.
Right.
Yeah, they put multi-split systems and all of that. Central air.
We just had a seller that did $70,000 worth of improvements. Is being relocated for a job, and they purchased the home 3 years ago. $70,000 in addition to paying a premium for the home, and he's
expects to get $70,000,
and it's not happening.
Not happening. That money could have been spent other ways that would have generated a better return, but the things they chose to spend it on aren't really.
And the buyer can't see it. So therefore, it's almost like it didn't happen.
Right. Yeah. And it's true. One of the major upgrades that people do are bathrooms and kitchens. And
Well, you need a bathroom and you need a kitchen.
Yeah. Yeah, you do.
So what are the features your buyers do not want in a home?
So some of the features that the buyers, from what I come across, they don't want oil heat. They especially in the wintertime.
How about electric?
Some they don't mind. Some prefer gas over electric. Then others prefer electric over, But some, they don't like oil heat. They don't like mobile homes. They don't like laundry on the second floor.
And you know how many people have done laundry on the second floor?
Yeah.
Just for the convenience, so they're not lugging their laundry. And I have an answer for that.
Laundry chute.
Laundry chute. And the one thing, James, we had a property. It was a 2-unit. It was a double side by side. And we gutted it.
2 doors away from our parents.
On the street I grew up on. And so we took it right down to the,
Took every wall down, reconfigured it right down to the studs.
Right.
Yeah.
I wanted a laundry chute. That's all I asked for.
Yeah.
That's not all you asked for.
I don't have.
Okay.
I don't
That's
have
not
a laundry
all you
chute.
asked for.
But have you seen the laundry chute where it's it's on the wall and it's almost like a suction type thing? Where you throw the shirt and it just sucks it. Yeah.
No, I haven't seen that. That sounds great.
Yeah, it's a crazy video.
But my dad was in insurance, and he would always say to us, do not put your laundry on the second floor. Because if anything happened to the hoses,
Right.
Yeah, and that's the fear people have, is that it'll leak.
It will destroy everything.
Yeah, right.
Yep. And another thing that I notice a lot of people complain about and sometimes walk away from making an offer on a home is if there's a bathroom in the kitchen.
Oh, yeah, that's...
Yeah.
They don't like that at all.
I don't like it either.
Especially if there's only one bathroom.
Oh.
Right. Okay. And laundry in the bathroom? Is that something people want?
Not really.
Right. So I would say if anybody's looking to do a remodel of their first floor and they're looking to add a bathroom and laundry space by bringing the laundry from the basement to the first floor, do not put it in the bathroom.
Right.
Why? I will tell you why. Because this is my life. Every time I'm in the laundry room, someone's kicking me out so they can use the first floor bath so they don't have to go to the second floor. And then what happens when everybody's leaving the house? Well, actually, I would put 2 bathrooms on the first floor. What happens when you're going for a road trip? You're going for the day or for the week, you're leaving town, and everybody...
Jackie, we have more bathrooms than people in
Yeah,
our
but nobody
home.
wants to go upstairs.
Yeah.
Right?
Yep.
So, put more than one bathroom on the first floor because everybody uses that bathroom before you leave the house.
Okay.
Yeah. Yep. That's true.
Does that make sense?
No.
Okay.
Pat says no.
I'd say no.
No, but I would never do that again. I would never consolidate a laundry in a bathroom.
Yeah.
All kidding aside, because that's what happens. Get out. Get out. Okay. All right. I'm not doing anything here.
Yeah.
That's not me.
I know, it's Patrick.
Another gripe people have is like when you have like a 3-bedroom home, but 2 of the bedrooms you have to walk through.
Oh,
to
walk
pass.
through. Oh, yeah. No,
they don't like that at all.
No way.
Yeah. And a lot of times you see these listings, they don't mention that until you go and see it. And it's like, oh, wait a minute. It's like going back to an apartment in the city.
That's right. I grew up like that. So
yeah.
did you.
Yeah.
What do you have to say to people who believe in, and there are people, buyers don't need an agent, sellers do not need an agent. Buyers don't need one to buy a home, and sellers do not need one.
I say that's a hard lesson waiting to be learned.
Yes, it is.
I strongly suggest getting a good agent, whether you're buying or selling a home.
So let's say I'm selling a home. I'm going to sell it to my neighbor, and it goes through it, and I don't fill out a seller's disclosure.
Oh.
But I knew Joe. Do I have to fill one out? And then something comes up, and the seller's disclosure wasn't filled out. Suddenly, they're mortal enemies, and now the lawyers are involved.
Exactly. I learned that it's always good for a seller to have representation because, you see these signs for sale by owner. You don't know who's coming to knock on your door. You don't know if they're,
thieves?
Yeah. They're what do you call that? Casing the joint?
Yeah, absolutely.
Looking to, next thing you know, you're not home and you get robbed. But, if you have a representation, you have an agent who is bringing a qualified buyer to your property. They're at the showing.
Keeping an eye on things.
Yeah, it's good to have. You have someone who's a professional and has expertise in the field.
Okay, here's information from the National Association of Realtors. Homeowners who decline to use a real estate agent to sell their property are twice as likely to say they weren't satisfied with their selling experience. And Clever Real Estate did this survey because they usually tend to get a lower sales price, they have a longer selling process, and they have more stress because they're doing it all themselves.
Yes.
Even though the vast majority of home searches start online for buyers, most consumers, most buyers, home buyers, still use real estate agents to buy and sell a home. This is from the 2023 National Association of Realtors profile of buyers and sellers, and that found that 89% of buyers and sellers in the last year used a real estate agent, and that was up from the previous year. Only 7% of homeowners sold as a FSBO, that's for sale by owner, last year, which matches the all-time low recorded in 2021. FSBOs don't fare as well in the market as sellers who are professionally represented, just like you just said, James. FSBOs sold at a median price of $310,000 compared to $405,000 median sales price for homes listed with a realtor.
Wait, I got his estimate. His estimate said my house is worth $300,000.
Yeah. But that's the thing. A lot of these sellers that want to sell for sale by owner, they're cutting themselves short, because they don't
being penny wise and dollar foolish.
Right. They don't want to pay that commission to, an agent, but they're losing out on a lot more.
James Caceres, realtor with Century 21 Jack Ready Real Estate, top performer, multi-million-dollar producer. How does someone get in touch with you, please?
Oh, they can reach me at 570-352-7106. That's my cell number. By email at enj_realtor@icloud.com. They can call me at the office at 570-344-6724, or they can go on the website at jruddy.com.
We only have a handful of bilingual realtors serving our area. You are one of the handful of realtors. You are bilingual, and half of your business, you would say, just a little bit more than half, would be for Spanish-speaking clients. So you offer that unique advantage over a lot of other realtors in the marketplace. So we commend you for that, and we're headed towards a break. But before we go,
we have a 5-bedroom home at 219 South Main Avenue in Scranton's West Side for $189,000. This home, it sits on a 25 by 135 lot. It's got off-street parking in the rear. The roof was replaced in 2019, and it's currently tenant occupied, so 24 hours notice is needed for showing. The taxes are only $2,700 a year, and this would be a great income property. It also has a large backyard and a covered deck off the kitchen. That's a 5-bedroom home at 219 South Main Avenue in Scranton for $189,000, and that's listed by Karen Kashuba of our office.
1031 Corp helps real estate investors defer capital gains when selling and reinvesting in business use or investment property. 1031 Corp is the middleman you need to help you complete a 1031 exchange. And over the 3 decades, they have mastered how to keep the exchange process easy for you. Their exchange experts will educate you on 1031 exchanges, review your situation, and walk you through the entire process. If you own an investment or business property, whether it is residential or commercial, contact 1031 Corp to learn how you can exchange into a property that works better for you while deferring the capital gains and depreciation recapture so you can keep your hard-earned equity working in your next property. 1-800-828-1031 or visit 1031corp.com. That's 1-800-828-1031.
And you must call them before the deal closes. They cannot help you after the deal has closed. You have to remember that with a 1031.
That's very important. Keep tuned in to the Real Estate Roundtable with Century 21 Jack Ready Real Estate on 94.3 FM The Talker. We'll be back. When considering to sell or buy a home, why choose Century 21 Jack Ready Real Estate? Let me tell you why. 70% of home buyers settle for the first agent they meet, and many regret it. 90% of home sellers hire an agent, but was it the right choice? Don't have agent remorse. I'm Jackie Ruddy, and I've been in and around the real estate business for most of my life. And at Century 21 Jack Ready Real Estate, we've been selling real estate for half a century, but we do not do it halfway. You deserve better than average. Average doesn't help you. We know it's all about you and what you need. Century 21 is the #1 in brand awareness, is the most recognized name in real estate, and is the most respected in the industry. In this market, if you dream big, you need to move fast. So it makes perfect sense to contact Century 21 Jack Ready Real Estate, 570-344-6724, and visit jruddy.com. That's JRUDDY.com. You're rejoining the Real Estate Roundtable with Century 21 Jack Ready Real Estate on 94.3 FM The Talker. We're back with James Caceres, realtor with Century 21 Jack Ready Real Estate. I'm Jackie Ruddy, broker, and Pat Devaney, fellow realtor, husband, drone operator, sign installer. What else do you do?
I don't know. The list goes
Collection of garages.
Yes. I keep the garages. That's right.
Collector of garages.
Nice.
You like garage space.
Yes.
Yeah, we talked. Anybody that has no idea what we're talking about, rewind. Remember when we had to rewind things?
Yes, I do.
Yeah.
Cassettes, remember they
Go back to
the tape.
the first half of the show. It's explained there, right?
Yep.
All right. So
Me and James, we grew up in the city, and we always had garage envy, so I think I've overcompensated.
you think?
Maybe a little bit.
You know? I know. Okay, so what about buyers' expectations? We're going to continue with talking about some myths that are out there. We talked about features buyers do not want in a home, features that buyers do want in a home. What are your buyers' expectations these days, and how do you help them with their expectations?
A lot of times, when I first talk to a client, one of the first questions I ask them is if they're working with another realtor, or if not, and if they have a pre-approval, if they're going through financing, or if they're purchasing cash. We ask for a proof of funds. A lot of times, the majority of times, the pre-approvals that I'm seeing are about $200,000 or less. And so when I ask a client what it is that they're looking for, Pat laughs, but when I ask them, it's like, okay, they want 4 bedrooms, a finished basement, a garage, a large yard,
Great school district.
Yeah, low taxes, 2 bathrooms, a deck, and it's like, okay, I write all these things down, but then, when I go out and I show them properties, I'm like, this is the reality. This is what you can get for $200,000, and it's sort of shocking to them, when they realize, okay, my expectations were too high. So then, at that point, it's like I let them know, look, this is what you can get for $200,000, and you have to sacrifice some things for others. Maybe for $200,000, you'll get 4 bedrooms with 1.5 bathrooms, and off-street parking, but on the other hand, you can get maybe a 3-bedroom with a garage and 1 bathroom, you know? So those are things that, you know, I come across.
Okay. And do you have any buyers right now that are looking for a home and you've been looking for some time and either you get outbid or you can't find exactly what they're looking for?
Yeah, so what I come across a lot now are FHA buyers. And what I've noticed now is there's a lot of listings out there that don't accept FHA.
And FHA is what? The type of mortgage, right? The Federal Housing Administration. And a lot of sellers,
Right.
for whatever reason, have a preconceived notion that FHA bad. Don't accept FHA.
Yeah, it's like FHA equals bad.
Not necessarily.
Right. That's the image, the impression that they
They
get.
go FHA because it's a low down payment.
Right. Well, yeah, that and it's backed by the government.
And so, therefore, there's extra repairs sometimes. But in addition to less down, 3.5% down for a buyer, and also accepts a lower credit score.
And they can get more seller's assist compared to a conventional loan. It would be 3% conventional and 6% for FHA buyer.
And it's called a seller's assist, but what it is it's money on top of the purchase price that the buyer receives. It's a credit back to the buyer at time of closing to help pay their closing costs.
Correct.
So a lot of times buyers don't have the cash reserves because here's another myth. A lot of people that are buying a home, especially a first-time home buyer, all they think they have to come up with is a down payment.
Correct.
But there's a down payment, and then there's also closing costs.
Right. And in between, you have the inspection costs, you have the appraisal fees, depending on what inspections you're doing. And then if the appraisal comes back and says, well, you know, you're a FHA buyer, you have to make these repairs in order to get your loan. Well, those are extra costs that they have to, you know, incur.
Right. So, okay. And sometimes buyers think that, here's another myth, I hear it all the time, I need 20% down.
No, not necessarily.
No. 20% down is great, and you're in a good position to buy and compete with multiple offers on a home, but it is not needed in order to purchase a home.
Right.
All right. How about buyers who think, I'm not going to give you a pre-approval because it's going to hurt my credit?
Buyers who, no. That's not true.
Right. So
Not at all.
so when you hear
True.
that,
I'm thinking of the question. I'm
No,
like,
no,
that's not true at all.
No.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, you passed the test, James. Right.
Yeah.
Good.
yeah. So right. So, but there are people that really think that when lenders pull credit, that it's going to hurt them.
No, well, a lot of lenders now are doing what they call a soft pull. And, based on that, they can tell them pretty much what they can be pre-approved for. And we can use that to go out and start showing properties.
Okay. James Caceres, realtor with Century 21 Jack Ready Real Estate, top producer, who is the recipient of the National Association of Hispanic Real Estate Professionals. You were number 37 out of 100. You received that award recently. You're ABR, accredited buyer representative, and you're soon to be an associate broker. How does someone get in touch with you, please?
They can reach me on my cell. The number's 570-352-7106. My email is enj_realtor@icloud.com. Or they can call me at the office at 570-344-6724. Or on jruddy.com.
And you're fluent in Spanish. You're a bilingual realtor, which is a wonderful asset for you in this market that we're in.
Yeah, it's helped me out tremendously. So, yeah.
Pat?
Yes, we have a well-maintained 3-bedroom, 2-bath, split-level home at 12 Lord Avenue in Simpson for $260,000. This home has plenty of space, plus a lower-level family room that's perfect for entertaining. The home also has a large sunroom, a floor-to-ceiling brick fireplace, a covered rear porch, a large built-in 2-car garage, and this home has easy access to the Casey Highway, and with just a little updating, this could be your perfect home. That's a 3-bedroom, 2-bath, split-level home at 12 Lord Avenue in Simpson for $260,000. And that's listed by Kim Pizzanti of our office.
That's all for today's Real Estate Roundtable with Century 21, Jack Ruddy Real Estate. Join us again next weekend, Saturday at 11, Sunday at 11:30 a.m. on 94.3 The Talker.